This is the Fat Bee Man, and I want to show you how to drill out some queen cages. And I'm doing this down in my basement. So here's what we want to get. We want to get a 3-hole Denton cage. This is a wood cage, and I make them out of scrap. The first thing you're going to do is you want to take scrap wood, and the scrap is basically, this wood here is 3 inches long, it's 1 1/4 inches wide, and what you want to do is you want to take and put a 3/4 hole 3 times in here. You want 3 holes, and what you're going to have to do is use a drill press. And I use just an old cheap drill press. You can do it 2 ways. You can take a spade bit, and you have to take and cut this right at the tip here. You got a spade, it's an auger, and what you want is a bottom drill. And you cut this off and barely make a little tit on the end here, and that'll stabilize when you're going down, and you'll be coming down into the piece just like so. Now I use a Forester bit, and this is a Forester bit. You can pick them up real cheap, and they make a real nice clean hole. Now if you're setting your drill press up, you don't want to drill completely through. You can see I have not got even little tiny holes in here from the starter. What I usually do is I set my drill bit into the drill press, and I bring it down on the stand, and I set a 1/4 underneath the drill. And when I set the head to where it stops, that way the travel will only go down as far as that 1/4. Then when I put my block to drill, it won't go all the way through. And the whole trick of this is to drill 3 holes and not have it stagger around. Now what I found to do, the easiest thing to do, see if I can get focused in here. You want to get a 3/8 drill, and you want to drill in the first. See if I got this marked right here. You want to come in the center with a 3/8 drill. Now you can use a standard drill bit. You have to come down very slow. You can put a piece of tape around about 3/4 to 1 inch high. That gives you your depth. And then when you're drilling in, you come down till you touch the tape. You turn this piece over and you drill the other end. And you just come straight down into the piece. And what you want to do is come down into this piece of wood 1 inch. And then after you get this, you'll lay the piece down. It'll look just like this. And then you're going to take your Forester bit. You want to drill the first hole in the center. The next hole you come over to the side, and you want to stay in 1/4 inch from the end of this piece. That's going to keep this wood from breaking off on you. Once you put the first hole here, the second hole goes over here to this side 1/4 inch. Then come over to this side and you go 1/4 inch from the end of the wood right here. Now if you drill these 3 holes first, then come back and drill this, I have found you're going to bust this little piece out right here. Now I'm making these things 1 1/4 inch wide, so when I put my screen on here, I can put 1 staple here, 1 staple right over here, and then that box is secure. Now you notice this one here, it's got a little bitty hole right at the bottom. But if you look at the other side, it hasn't come through. That's the whole purpose. This is a guiding pin. This is a Forester bit. You see that little piece right on the end? That keeps your drill bit from wiggling around like so. It stabilizes it. This will not hurt nothing in there. I've made hundreds of these little cages. And you might say, well, you could probably buy these cages a whole lot cheaper. But here's the thing. If you're going to build boxes, you got a lot of scrap wood. Take pieces of old scrap wood like this. I find the best thing to use is white pine. Of course, I made them out of poplar. I made them out of just about anything. White pine will drill out, and it's a lot lighter. When you ship it, it starts to add up. Now, this bit here, you can probably buy them separately. If you don't want to spend that kind of money, you can get one of these spade bits, but you're going to have to cut this end piece off almost down to here. You want to leave 1/8 of an inch above the cutting surfaces. Now, the nice thing about these things is, if you look, the angle, you could take a flat file, and you can see where I filed this, and I've sharpened it up. This bit here I use to put in the mini nukes, and it gives the right size hole. But for a person who don't want to buy a whole set of these Forster bits, you might be able to buy these things separately. I'm not sure. I always buy everything in sets. But now, this is the best way to go ahead and make your queen cages to ship those queens. And you can put the screen wire on, you can get that locally anywhere. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.